Welcome to the podcast. Today we are talking about taking time, breaks from working. What you do for enjoyment, what you do in your downtime. Why are you looking around like that, Bobby? What you do when you aren't working. So first off, do you think you need to take time off from working to just enjoy yourself? Watch a movie, watch a show? Bobby?
Play chess.
Play chess?
Read a book.
Depends on your job. Because some jobs energize you and some jobs drain you.
Example.
So if you have, it depends on the person. A lot of the time. Because if I love my job and I don't want to do anything but do my job, then it might be alright for me to work 12-hour days. And that would be fine. But if I have a job that I hate and that depresses me and that drains all the energy out of me, then I do need to take time to do something that would bring me energy so that I can do my job well. So it just is, does your job energize you, or do you need to get your energy from somewhere else?
Well, I feel like even if you have a job that you love and you don't want to do anything but it, I don't think that justifies you spending all your time doing it. For example, if you want to start a family, or if you have a family.
Well, it's different if you have a family.
Scenario.
Yeah, obviously. You have to.
Or I just think having downtime is important. Because if you're doing something 12 hours a day, 5 days a week or more, you're no matter how much you like it, you're eventually going to get somewhat bored of it.
I think it's still probably wise to schedule downtime.
Yeah.
But I think
you could.
Yeah. It's only possible if your job energizes you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will just either get sick or you'll just quit.
You should try to get a job that energizes you anyway, but...
Well, no, not most jobs won't energize you though, because a lot of jobs are demanding, physically or mentally.
Yeah, but I feel like
somebody mentally demanding or physically demanding can still energize you.
Well, yeah, but you can't do it for 12 hours, like you said,
Well,
because you're gonna be forced down.
If you were doing a physically demanding job, then you could do something mentally entertaining. If that makes sense.
Like you're saying, you could listen to something while you do it, or
yeah,
you could
exactly.
have a conversation.
Energize you that way.
Yeah.
But then if you're doing something like mentally draining, you could do like exercise or something that could energize you.
I think about the quality of work you're doing though if you're working really long hours. So.
Yeah, another thing is you could break it up. Like, okay, so let's say I have a really mentally demanding job. So I'll work for 2 hours, really focused, deep work. Then I'm going to take a half hour and I will do something that doesn't require any focus at all. Just have lunch, or I'll do something that's a different type of focus.
Yeah, it's like if it's mentally
So it's like if I'm trying to write something, okay, now I'm going to do some math. That's still focus, but it's a completely different part of your brain and it's a completely different process. So it's going to use a different energy. So you can, as long as you're not doing the same thing 12 hours straight, you could still do things that are good throughout the whole day.
I agree with Bobby. I think that's a good point.
I also think that you need time just to not have to think or focus hard on anything, because even if you're working out from
that's what I'm saying though, because some of these tasks aren't going to be focused.
Like what?
Like today I had to fold laundry. I don't have to think about doing that.
Yeah, but that's 5 minutes.
15 minutes.
You take 15
How
minutes?
much
It takes me 30 minutes because I do it once every 3 weeks.
How often do you do it? Do you have
Once a week.
Wow.
15 minutes, bro?
15 minutes.
Seems like a long time.
I'm bad at folding. It takes me a while to fold stuff.
Folding's hard, guys.
Yeah.
Well, if
But
you
on
wait 3 weeks.
For an episode or something on, just fold.
Yeah.
Makes it more
playing
enjoying.
beautiful music.
On your keyboard as you're folding? Is this why you're
No.
taking so long?
Like on a speaker.
Oh.
Interesting.
I can't just listen to music. That's kind of boring to me. I gotta be busy while I'm doing it.
But you could also do something to go back to your point.
Exactly.
Just make fun of how long gestures.
You're going like this every
Oh,
single time.
yeah, it's getting.
And it's so aggressive.
Alright, I will talk like this. You could do something like read a book, or that doesn't take a lot of mental energy, but it's really beneficial to you.
I don't like reading.
Then don't read.
Watch a video, watch a show.
I don't
Part
like
of it depends on what
videos
you're
or
doing.
shows. What should I do then?
Sit and
What-
think.
I don't like thinking.
I could have guessed you. Thinking. I thought because I don't like doing nothing.
You
Just doomed to be miserable, I guess.
Drinking
You're
or
not even
driving.
driving anymore.
Drinking and driving is the same amount of danger as driving on sleep deprivation, and I've driven on sleep
Oh
deprivation.
my god.
So that means
This
that I
is
can
not
drink
a
and
good-
drive.
No.
This is not
That's
a
It's a
good
why
different,
not?
It's a different kind
Well,
of
I'm
danger.
pretty sure your body's not used to drinking alcohol, is it?
Bob.
It's not used to sleep deprivation.
It's probably more
Well, it
used to
is.
that, though.
You
You
go
sleep on a
home.
cot.
I mean, come
so
on.
I will have to.
That's sleep.
I'll have to keep
That's-
drinking.
That's just menacing. You can't sleep on a cot. That's disgusting. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just built different.
that's bad. You're not built different. You're built weird. That's not allowed.
Is that it?
What time
Calvin,
Oh
how
my
much free
gosh.
time do you have per day?
Well,
Quit.
you suck.
His phone says 10 hours.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 10 and a half. You're dual tasking.
It depends on the day. I'm usually like doing school / working out till like
All hours.
1:30, 2 o'clock.
Wow.
So then
I'm done with that. I get out of school at 2:50, and then I go to work out or baseball, whatever, until 6. Then I gotta eat until 7. And I shower till 7:30. So I basically got an hour and a half of downtime.
well, no, I then also have stuff after that. So then depending on the day, like Wednesdays I have a class at night. Like certain days are for podcasting.
Once a week, he has to go to karate.
No, I
class
have
for
other
an
classes
hour.
though. I have other things I do at night.
Yeah, like podcasts.
And then the time I'm not spending at school, I'm usually working on either editing videos or working on my copywriting business.
What a guy.
Splendid.
You edit all these videos for us, don't you?
Most of them.
I edit
Wow.
the podcast.
Good job, Brayden.
You're great too.
I haven't edited anything in like a month.
Yeah,
That's worth.
That's
got
really
me.
worth applauding because
No.
you got out of it.
Yes. You could be
That's-
I gotta raise a hand to that. You could be our editor. You want to learn how?
I'm alright.
I would be glad to teach you. I
I'm
hate
alright.
editing.
I'll use my hour and a half.
Elsewhere, yeah.
What about you? How much downtime do you have?
Well, I honestly probably have a lot. Because most of my schoolwork I'm able to get done. Well, at least what I have to do just myself, I can probably get done in an hour and a half, 2 hours a day to get it done. And then there's other work I have to do that I can't get done early. But I've got several. I've got probably over 5 or 6 hours a day. Probably more.
What do you do at that time?
Crazy.
Most of the time.
Jerk off.
That's not where I was going.
So 6 hours?
hey.
What do you do with your 6 hours? So,
Well, sometimes I'll play some music. Sometimes I'll watch a couple videos. A lot of times I'll do
a
a couple
couple.
workouts.
2 to 4 hours.
2 to 4 hours of what?
Videos.
I do not watch that many videos. I try not to watch many videos unless I'm actually getting something out of it. So I don't watch that many videos because there's not much I need to get out of videos.
What about you, Brayden?
I've got
I feel like there was a lot of time left unaccounted for there. 6 hours, you watch a few videos, and you play music.
That's
I work out.
an hour and a half at max.
Well, no, the videos are probably like an hour or 2 hours.
No, I do not watch an hour of videos a day.
All right, so give it half-hour videos, hour
Yep.
guitar. All right,
Yep.
you got 4.5 hours to go.
I have 4.5 hours to go. So
What are you gonna use?
with about
You gotta eat.
on average a day eating, yeah, that takes.
You take forever to eat because you make something new every day.
So eating
Yeah.
probably takes me between all 3 meals. I would guess maybe an
Well-
hour. Well, breakfast was
Really?
accounted for in your time that you finish, but lunch and dinner is probably.
Lunch, you take at
I'd
least
say-
40 minutes.
I do.
You take
It's like a long time.
You both take forever with your lunch because you always make something fancy and
I don't make
special.
something fancy. I just eat a lot of different stuff. We'll say an hour and a half.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Well, I'll say an hour and a half between eating. So now I got 3 hours. Then I probably spend recently probably like an hour 15 every day working out because I'll do cardio in the morning and then I'll do either weights or kickboxing later. So that's probably an hour 15.
Steal my time.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
I probably waste a lot of time.
You waste a lot of time.
I waste a lot of time.
I have a lot of time waiting.
I waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
I don't waste time. I take my time.
Obviously, I'm not doing that much at school.
It's not a waste of
See, we
time.
all waste time.
I'm just taking my time.
He wastes time.
That's not taking. That's not wasting. There's a difference because wasting time is when you're
Chess
supposed to do
for
something.
over an hour.
No. Wasting
Sounds like
time.
That's fun.
Wasting
Chess
time is when
actually
you're supposed to
underrated.
do something and you know you're supposed to do something and you do something frivolous instead.
Never done that before.
Taking your time is when you do something deliberately and slowly, and you might take a minute from here to there.
Shut up.
That's just taking your time.
Shut up. You got your point across.
Took too long. Taking your time or wasting your time? That's the question.
Wasting
taking
our
my time
time.
and wasting your
He
time.
took his time explaining that right
Look
there.
at that.
I mean,
I had to make sure he wasn't wasting my time anymore. Shut up. Shut up. Stop talking.
You should be a podcast host.
Shut up.
You guys to shut up with the talking too much. No one cares.
We understand.
Shut up.
Time, the
Stop
viewer's time.
Vámonos.
All right, you got 3
Yeah,
hours to go.
No, I do not.
All right,
I've got like
hour 45.
1
You
hour.
fill it in with
We
videos
get it.
and
We
you're
get
dead.
it. He doesn't do that
I don't-
much.
Why do I have
It's
to
fine.
fill out every single
What
hour?
did you do?
That's ridiculous.
Braden.
So
Because we're trying to fill out the time for this podcast.
You
So we
gotta
can waste our viewers'
go in
time.
every
Alright.
minute detail.
It's not a waste. They're
Our
learning.
viewers.
They're learning a lot.
So usually get done at like 1:30, like them. We all get done at about the same time. Then eat. So eating lunch and dinner is probably like an hour and a half combined. Then I work out for like an hour after I eat. Then usually I just play guitar. Gosh, what else do I do?
You
I
do
wa-
a lot of
I
nothing.
waste a lot of time. I know that. I just don't know what to do.
What do you waste your time with if you deleted YouTube?
Honestly, what do I mean? I sometimes do chess, but I don't do chess for that long.
If
I
you
play
look at
video games
guitars
a lot.
all day,
Oh
both
yeah,
of you,
reverb.
they spend
That's
hours
where I waste all
on
my
reverb.
time.
I
Reverb.
do not spend hours on it.
Reverb, yeah.
What minute chess do you play?
Huh?
You play speed chess?
I used to play 5 minute. Now I do 3. Sometimes I do 1. I suck at 1 minute.
I
do
play
9
10-minute games. I
It
go
takes
too
me
fast.
so long to think, dude.
It
I'll
takes.
just
Yeah.
be like, just staring for like 3 minutes.
I like to do the 10-minute when I edit the podcast. I like to do 10-minute
Oh,
chess
gotta
when
get
I
that
edit
in
the
there.
podcast, because then if I have to take time to cut something, figure it out, I can just leave my opponent waiting for a
Yeah.
few minutes and I'll
The
say,
thing-
Even 10-minute chess, I don't think long enough. Like I have to. I don't. When I play online chess, I don't think like I do. Even Game Pigeon, I think
Yeah.
more better than I do online
same,
chess.
yeah.
The issue for
'Cause
me
I don't
with
calculate.
online chess is when I was actually doing it a lot, I was not wasting, but I was doing instead of other things. Like, oh, I have time for a 1 minute game. Like when I'm supposed to be doing like chemistry or
So
some
you don't play
garbage.
kind games.
Huh?
1-minute games suck. They form so many bad habits.
I know that's an issue. So I just kind of got rid of that. I still have it, but I don't use it because
You have to set time aside and just. You shouldn't play chess while you're doing stuff. You should have chess time. You know, like how you would just, oh, I'm gonna play this video game. Oh, I'm gonna play chess now. And
For
then it's
me,
like,
the problem is that I'm bad at chess. That's really the issue. Chess
Yeah.
for me. It just kind of.
That is an issue.
well, you
Yeah.
drew with me the other time. So what does that say about me?
You're bad at chess. That's
Just
what-
as
You must be really bad because you probably play more than him.
Yes, he does. I have not played in weeks.
Well, I gave it up for Lent, so.
That.
Except
It
for
was before
Sunday.
So every Sunday.
That's Lent.
For every Sunday.
That's-
Sundays,
Sundays are not part of Lent.
Saints days.
Not all saints' days. Certain saints.
All
Certain
Saints
Saints.
Day is a separate day, Bobby.
All of the
It's
same.
not like
Yeah,
you've
that's
been
what it meant.
completely
That's
without
what it
chess
sounded
all
like.
Lent.
No,
What
but
video
it's
games
not
do
like
you
I've
guys
been playing
play?
it every day.
Yeah.
You guys play any interesting video games?
Probably.
You play any boring video?
What do you mean by
boring?
interesting?
Do you guys play any video games at all?
Not many.
Not much. Sometimes play, like we played Super Smash Bros. One time.
That's a classic.
Yeah, that's a good game. That's a great game. In fact,
The Wii was one of the best consoles ever.
Hmm.
I'm gonna stick with Wii Sports as my favorite video game of all time. Wii Sports Baseball.
never done Wii Sports.
Legendary game.
Did the
Afraid you.
Wait, you did it like this?
Yeah, you have to
Swing
go
it?
like this. Go like this so much faster. Like this. You go,
It's slower.
yeah. You
Could you do it like this
Straight
so
down.
it's at least kind of
Oh
smooth?
my
This
God.
is zesty.
So what are some
Where we
things
go?
we could do that help us recharge our minds
Ooh,
and our bodies?
Brandon.
Sleeping the correct amount of time. That's not something I struggle with though. Probably planning.
What's everyone's views on sleep? Okay, like what do you think's best, most healthy? Like
8 hours.
8 hours, but like should it be like you have your alarm set, like you know
Yeah.
every night you're gonna
You
wake
should
up
have
at
a
the same
regular
time?
schedule. At least close.
I set an alarm 2 hours before when I wake up, and I set an alarm an hour before when I wake up, and it's just easier for me to wake up.
That is not good for your like REM sleep and such and your brain
I
development.
don't care. I'd rather be awake when I wake up
Why don't you set it like 3 minutes before you wake up and 2 minutes?
because I sleep through that alarm. I will. I've slept through the first alarm like 2 hours before, and then I woke up and it was going.
You should
off.
examine
Pain on
other.
your face, Bobby.
And I woke up and I saw the time was when I needed to wake up and the alarm was going off, and I was like, that's why I set the alarm 2 hours before.
Yeah, but it can mess up your brain development and it hurts your memory.
What do I need my brain for?
A lot.
What do I need my brain for?
That's a famous
Well,
quote.
pretty much everything.
Just about.
Yeah.
That's alright though.
It'll be
All right, so
Fully functioning.
So sleep. What else can we do?
My lawyers have advised me not to answer this question.
Okay.
Take that how you will.
I think
You
another.
guys can interpret that however you want.
I think another good thing to regain energy would be like making sure you're like another thing, like if you're like super tired mentally and physically or just mentally, is like watching a show that you know won't waste your time.
What's a show
what do
that
you
won't
mean?
waste?
Well,
your
not
time?
a show. I mean like a YouTube video, like
Well-
something.
Well, YouTube is a rabbit hole.
YouTube is a rabbit hole, but like like watching a show can be a good.
It depends on what you're doing though, because like if it's after school and it's like you've been sitting, you've been learning all this stuff all day, and it's like
What's with the air quote?
it's like you've been you're mentally exhausted,
good.
but physically yeah, a little bit, but physically after school I just feel like I gotta get it out. So a lot of times after school I'll just go box or something. I don't know. I feel like that's great. Doing something physical is good after something mentally exhausting, because then it's
Yeah,
like
after school, I just, no matter what, even if I don't have baseball practice, I go into like my gym or whatever, and I just lift or hit balls off the tee or whatever.
well, yeah, because it's kind of, I don't know, that for some reason just helps to mentally recharge for some reason.
Yeah, physical
Yeah, 'cause
exhaustion.
you don't have to
is good
think.
for
You
your
don't have to
brain.
think that much about it. Opposed to
Exactly.
at school, all you're doing is thinking, because it's not like
Especially,
anything's physically demanding at
especially
school.
if you're using like full effort.
Yeah.
Bobby,
I like to play chess. But the problem with chess is that it actually is very mentally demanding if you do it right.
Yeah.
Not if you play 1 minute
Especially if
games.
you have a timer.
But if you do something physically,
No, I think it's
demanding-
hard. I actually think it's less mentally demanding when the time, because when the timer of it, I have the tendency to just be like, it looks good. You know, like just, it looks good enough. But if I'm not playing with the timer, I'm like, wait a second, let me examine this other thing. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if he does that, and then this, and then that, and this, and then I can actually go way far and think like a good chess player, rather than just being like, ooh, I could threaten his queen.
So why is that a bad thing?
Yeah. What?
Because you were saying that you do better with with the timer, you said that helps you.
No, I go to bed without the timer.
Oh, I thought you said that.
No, because the timer rushes me.
Yeah.
What's
But-
the point?
That's part.
the
That's
point of
what.
the
That's what I
timer.
was saying. It's more mentally demanding, I think, because you're focusing on the timer and trying to make the movement, and sometimes it's like, what am I supposed
That's
to
how
do?
it is if you do it right. The other thing that can happen is the timer makes you be like, whatever, I just go.
Yeah,
You know,
running out of
I
time.
gotta go quick. I
do
just
it.
do something.
Yeah, I can see that.
Why bother think if I'm just gonna have to play something? You know. So it's
Yeah.
like, you look at the surface and you don't look at the next
All right.
3 to 5 moves.
I tend to do something physically demanding no matter what. Even if I do something physically demanding that I need to physically recharge, I do something physically demanding because it just helps speed up the process.
Well, a lot of times I feel like for me too, if I'm sitting, I'm just kind of doing whatever with school, I'll be thinking about what I'll be doing afterwards, and it's always I want to go lift weights or work on my boxing or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't really feel the need to improve on my mental abilities because it's just not something that's important to me. Like
Well, and a lot of
as
times,
much as I'm doing in school, I don't really need to do any more outside of school.
Yeah. like trigonometry, that's
Yeah.
gonna be all those things you gotta memorize because
Oh
out in
my
the real
goodness.
world, you're gonna have so many.
Sokotoa.
Goodbye.